Morning.
Hello.
So Mrs. Brown is done with student teaching, so that means you guys are just graced with her presence again.
Yay for everybody.
How was student teaching?
Pretty fun.
Are you happy to be done?
Yeah, there's only a couple days left of school.
You gonna go back and get like a doctorate in teaching or something?
No, but I might do the masters.
Go by 50?
Yeah.
I missed.
Yeah, you did.
We are starting the day off hooking up the gooseneck. We are going after a load of pipe for the new house. Shopping for some pipe shopping. So Kayla and I are gonna hop in the little Massey and we're going to run down and mow a lane because it's a lane to the well house and Dad needs some water. And well, I don't feel like getting ticks. Let me check you for ticks? Like the Brad Paisley song? No?
How do we extend the seat here?
Hold on. It's a little stiff. Watch your thumb.
Holy cow.
You tear your arm?
No, I wasn't expecting that.
Alright, you seeing how to drive this thing? This is how I've been mowing our future yard, so you're going to have to learn how to run the yard with it.
Still not big enough.
The building?
Still not big enough.
So how big would you have made it?
Well, I would have gone for at least 8. Life hack. Instead of having to take care of the flowers that are in under here, or them dying when Bob sprays them with some sort of chemical, I am going to buy fake flowers. And they will look beautifully manicured and well cared for all year long.
All year wrong. All year wrong, folks. Look beautiful all year wrong.
Or maybe they will look beautiful all year round. We don't know. Never tried it yet. That's what I'm doing. I don't know which one of the poisons that is. Ivy, sumac, oak. But I can't wait for Brian to run that all over the place. Which ivy do you think that is?
Huh?
Which that poison ivy you think?
I have no idea.
I think.
Go down and roll around in another page. Fill up these 2 big tanks with water, and then Dad will have enough water for, well, probably a couple days. At least the rest of today. That'll be about 6,000 gallons of water. I think he only has 1 or 2 tanks left of wheat to spray. Still filling 2,000 gallons so far. So a little bit about this well. Basically what we're doing is we are pumping well into this tank. We're using the pressure from that tank to fill that nurse tank. So I'm basically running that well till we build up 40 pounds of pressure, shutting off the pump, siphoning it until we get to 20 pounds and then shutting her back off, or turning it back on. There's probably a better way to do this, but I mean, this way works. It's quick and keeps us rolling. We filled up that 2,000 gallons in about 10 minutes, so I mean we can move some water with this system. So that's our well house. Don't mind that. Might need some new insulation in a few places. We are loaded. Yep. This gate's a little tight. It might be 12 foot. So I'm gonna park this thing here. Dad's gonna tend from here. He's got a couple fields over here he's gonna spray. And then I'm going to a ball game. We got softball tournaments tonight. Wish us luck. Morning. We're hoping to plant some beans today, but first we gotta go check some fields. I know we've got some that are dry, but I know we've got some that are wet. I think we've got at least 50 to 100 acres we can do. Checking this field out. This is field close to where we're working. It's a pretty wet field usually. It's still a little wet. I think it'll go, we might have to go around a couple spots though. That's what we're checking right now is the wet spots. Now this has been VT'd, but it has not been sprayed yet. Might wait till Dad sprays it, I don't know. All right, we're gonna hop in the planter and well, we're gonna plant some seed. Dad is still putting on 28 on ground he's already planted. Looks like BJ's hauling him a couple tanks of that. So that's kind of our fertilizer program. We put down roughly 20 to 30 units of nitrogen with our dry fertilizer. And the rest of it is liquid 28. Right now, Dad is putting on, I believe, 25 gallons of 28 with a stabilizer on top of the ground we just planted. So he's top dressing that corn right before it comes out of the ground. Gives it a nice big boost of nitrogen, sends it off to the races. And then in about a month, we'll come back in with another 25 to 30 gallons of nitrogen. Some fields we might put on a little bit more if we feel like they can really produce. Some might, actually none of them really go below 25 on that second shot. So yeah, that's kind of our fertilizer program. Need to empty our trash can, getting a little full. But we're gonna swing over to the test shack over here. We'll dump our trash can and I'm gonna heat up my lunch for the day. It's just about lunchtime. It's close enough that we're just gonna take it now and get to the field. So we only have about 100 acres that we can plant right now that I feel are in good shape. Tomorrow we'll have some more, obviously, and it's supposed to rain. So we have, I think we figured up, we have 278 acres of beans and 390 acres of corn left to plant. So we have only planted, I think, 4 days, but we've had big days. Some of the biggest I've ever had as far as acres in a day. Same with Dad, I think. So for everybody, us included, that likes to complain about technology, it's really handy sometimes. There's no way that we'd be where we are as far as acres if we weren't able to plant at the speed that we're able to plant now. I know Dad would probably say, oh, I wouldn't have been out here working on these wires. He's right. He would have been out there working on chains. So I've planted with old technology, I've planted with new technology, and they each have their quirks. Now some of them you can at least see the problem, but it's still a problem. I'm overall happy with our with both our planters. This one has worked like a top. I couldn't be happier with this Avatar. Hi, Squishy. Squishy, come here. You see him building your new house? Yeah, you're getting an upgrade, dude. He's ferocious, I tell you. He's ferocious. Like the shop guys are forming up the service pit. So right now they're doing some interior things like that before they put the siding on it. There's a few jobs that are just going to be easier to do while this building's still more open. I would assume the siding's coming though, because they're moving right along. I mean, I don't know what the completion date will be, but I would say in a month from now we will have probably a full-fledged shop and maybe even a floor in it. It's been a question a few people have asked, are we putting heating, cooling, and flooring in all of it? So it is going to have a concrete floor, it's going to have in-floor heat. The lean-to space, 20 by 45 of that is going to be finished office slash break room slash hangout, whatever you want to call it. And that will have air condition. The rest of it will be no air. We're probably going to put a large fan. I don't know if we're going to put a big ass fan. That's the name of a brand. Or a different brand fan, but probably a couple large fans up top, and that will just have to do. So this field we're in, we got rained out of, I think we got rained out of this 6 days ago. So it had rained 4 of the previous 6 days, or 3 of the previous 6. Anyways, we're back in it now. I think we might have some beans starting to pop, but luckily I do my end rows last, so it doesn't matter. If you do your end rows first and you have beans popping, you're gonna get damage in a little bit, but we shouldn't run over any growing beans. So we gotta hop across the road here. We got a 40-acre field right here, a couple 5 to 7 acre patches in there. I'll have to have myself a tractor date. So Olivia just graduated preschool. She's got a whole nother year of it, so I guess she'll get graduated again next year. She's out of school early, and Big Mama's waiting on the other ones to get out for the day, so they're gonna come take a tractor ride. Hi, Livy. Came from. That's not something you find every day. Can we hang it on the wall?
Yeah, just not ours.
No. Wore her out.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye. Thanks for coming. Goodbye, Sleeping Beauty.
And maybe you gotta wake up for a second.
Hey, she usually gets a nap at preschool, and this is nap time. So we're doing these little patches, and well, this 6 acres just took like 30 minutes, so they're just not real efficient, but they yield pretty good, so we plant them. I guess what I'm saying is, unlike the previous days, these aren't going to be like 200-300 acre planting days. These are going to be like 100-acre planting days, and it's going to take all day. Good times. Oh well. This is why I still say wider planters are better than faster planters. Because in this field, don't matter how fast your planter can go, you're just going to be turning all the time. Wide planter, not so much. All right, we got the little patches done here, but we have to go to a baseball game. So we'll go hit that up, and yeah, we'll see what time it is when we get back. Like I say, I don't have a lot of acres that are dry enough to plant tonight. So this might be it for today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to reassess. So we are going to go ahead and fill up this planter actually before we leave. That way tomorrow morning I can first thing run over and get some more seed. Basically, when I get Pioneer seed, I usually get enough seed to fill the planter one time and then switch a variety. So there's one whole fill up in the tender. There'll be a whole fill up in the tender tomorrow. And that should be enough to just about cover all the acres we got left. Tender's pretty cool. It will count down a certain weight that I have preset in there and then shut down to keep, that way you can evenly distribute the seed. But to do that, all I have to do, I'm going to put a 3,000 pound preset. So I can run 3,000 pounds really without having to get up there and move anything around. Now it's going to count down from 3,000 pounds. Pretty cool. Alright, just got back from ball game. We won pretty handily. Pretty good game, but check out see what all they got done in the shop. They got all the loft boards installed. I don't think there's any of the deck on yet. Nope, no decking. Man, those are 2x12s, every foot apart. We should be able to store whatever we want up there. You gonna live in here?
What?
You gonna live in here?
Yeah.
Where you wanna sleep?
In one of these?
He's sleeping in one of them, they ain't gonna be here. Hey, be careful, there's a hole here. There's our service pit, so keep in mind there will be forms in there, so it's not gonna be this wide, obviously. Had to dig up that much and they'll backfill it with gravel, but those forms will be going in sometime in the near future. Yep, there she is. Kind of see how much fill we hauled in right here. About 2.5 feet right there before we get down into the actual dirt.
Isn't there only be a baseball, like a batting cage and a baseball cage in here?
No.
But Mom, I thought Mom said we were.
Probably not in here. So we're just gonna fold this thing up and call our quits. We're gonna pull it in the hoop barn. And we'll be back over here in the morning, get us a nice early start, and hopefully put a pretty big dent in it. I don't think we'll be able to finish up tomorrow. We got rain the next day, but I think we'll be able to finish up all the plantable acres. Like I said, not all the acres we have left are plantable at the moment, and we're gonna plant what we can. Now this is Tuesday the 18th of May. I'm not super worried about beans till we get to June, really. I mean, obviously we want to get them in as soon as we can, but what I'm saying is we're not what I would call late yet. Well, folks, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you would, do us a favor and hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check the links in the description for Brown Farms merchandise and a few discount codes to some awesome products, and we'll see you in the next one.